Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we shall take a closer look at the extreme practice of self-punishment by Indian sadhus and the motivation behind these acts that have made Hindu asceticism a topic of great interest for non-Indians. But before we get into that video, if you are a fan or lover of strange, creepy, weird or mysterious stories, you have come to the right place. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button and remember to turn on the bell notification so you can get notified anytime I upload a new video. Now let's get into today's story. A sadhu is a religious ascetic or holy person in Hinduism, in some cases Buddhism, who has rejected all worldly desires. They are respected by Hindus and given food in return for their blessings and prayers. Sadhus will perform acts of penitence such as spending years with their left hand in the hair, standing on one leg or lying on a bed of cacti. They believe that severe penance will liberate them from the endless cycle of death and rebirth. In the late 1800s, an ascetic, likely a Hindu sadhu, was photographed with a metal grid welded around his neck to prevent him from lying down. This extreme practice was a form of spiritual discipline aimed at transcending physical needs and achieving enlightenment through constant discomfort, a tradition rooted in certain religious practices like in Hinduism. Such austerities, while rare today, reflect the ascetic's commitment to spiritual growth over bodily comfort. An Indian ascetic or sadhu named Bharati has been advocating for world peace for more than 50 years while holding up his right hand in the air without ever lowering it. Bharati was a married man with 3 children who worked as a clerk in New Delhi until 1970, when he quit his job and left his family and friends to devote his life to Shiva, one of the principal deities of Hinduism. He raised his arm beginning in 1973 as a symbol of devotion to militate against wars and support world peace. By doing this, he endured excruciating pain for 2 years of his life, but eventually his arm lost all feeling and the muscles in his arm atrophied. Indian sadhus often engage in the most worst forms of penance, requiring extreme self-discipline in order to achieve liberation and enlightenment. Bharati can no longer bend his arm, as it is now merely a bony structure and his nails have turned into spiraling claws. One can only imagine how much pain he must have endured. It is such extreme forms of self-punishment and the motivation behind these acts that have made Hindu asceticism a topic of great interest for non-Indians. This isn't a punishment. This method was used by people for penance or means to achieve spiritual awareness. Asceticism, as described in historical context, often involved extreme measures like starvation or self-torture, aiming to focus on the soul by denying the body. Asceticism is a lifestyle characterized by abstinence from sensual pleasures, often for the purpose of pursuing spiritual goals. Ascetics may withdraw from the world for their practices or continue to be part of their society, but typically adopt a frugal lifestyle, characterized by the renunciation of material possessions and physical pleasures, and also spend time fasting while concentrating on the practice of religion or reflection upon spiritual matters, which is thought by some to allow the practitioner's core of consciousness to expand and connect with the infinite universal consciousness. Some individuals have also attempted an ascetic lifestyle to free themselves from addictions to things such as alcohol, tobacco, drugs, entertainment, sex, food, and so on. Practitioners abandon sexual pleasures and lead an abstinent lifestyle in the pursuit of redemption, salvation, or spirituality. Many ascetics believe the action of purifying the body helps to purify the soul and thus obtain a greater connection with the divine or find inner peace. This may take the form of rituals, the renunciation of pleasure, or self-mortification. However, ascetics maintain that self-imposed constraints bring them greater freedom in various areas of their lives, such as increased clarity of thought and the ability to resist potentially destructive temptations. Asceticism is seen in the ancient theologies as a journey towards spiritual transformation where the simple is sufficient, the bliss is within, the frugal is plenty. I have come to the end of today's video. If you watched till the end, thank you. And if you enjoyed and learned something from this video, do well to like, subscribe and share your thoughts. See you in another video.